Hello children, I hope you are all happy and safe. Welcome to this special English hour. Here, every day, we will learn something new in a fun and interesting way. We will sing, dance, listen to stories and have lots of fun together. Are you ready to have fun? Then please stand up and join me in a dance.
Paper boat, sail away. Whoosh, a little here, whoosh, a little there. Pitter patter, here it comes. Everywhere we go, let's chop, chop, chop. Little red umbrella, don't fly away. Whoosh, no, no. Whoosh, no, no. Pitter patter, here it comes. Everywhere we go, let's chop, chop, chop. Pretty little rainbow, will you dance with me? Whoosh, a spin. Whoosh, a twirl. Pitter patter, here it comes. Everywhere we go, let's chop, chop, chop.
Children, now I would like to ask you a few questions. Let us share our thoughts and ideas. Children, whom do you admire the most? I believe you must be admiring your parents or your teacher or your elder sibling, right? Okay, now tell me, why do you admire these people? Usually, we admire someone because they are successful, they are caring, they are hardworking, right? Being caring, being a person who is hardworking and who is honest. All these are qualities people admire, people like, people appreciate, right? Everyone wants to grow up and be a person who is honest, caring, hardworking, and successful, right? So, children, these values of being kind, caring, and honest are all very important. Why do you think all these values are important? These values are important because they build our character and our personality. It makes us who we are as people. And someday, when we grow up and have all these values and qualities in us, someone else will admire us too, right? Children, Can you tell me, would people like a person who is without any qualities or holds no values? Who is dishonest, who is lazy, and who doesn't care for anyone around? Such people are usually not liked because they don't care for others around them. When we live in a society with so many other human beings, it is very important that we show kindness, respect, and care. So, children, as we grow, it's very important that we try to build such values in us: kindness, respect, care, honesty. All of these values reflect that we are human beings and that we care for other human beings and all creatures as well that survive on earth. Children, today let us talk a bit more about humanity. Children, let's learn some new words today. The first word is adorned. 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 The queen adorned herself with jewels. The little girl adorned herself with flowers. Next word, bare. 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 Bare means plain. The girl walked barefoot in the hot summer. The woman cooked with her bare hands. Next word, flock. 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 A flock of sheep crossed the road. People flocked to see the movie. Next word, audience. 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 Audience means the spectators, those who have come to see the show. The theatre was filled with its audience. The audience enjoyed the movie. Sturdy. 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 Sturdy means stable. The table is old but is sturdy. The swings are very old and are not sturdy. Children, today we will be reading a very interesting lesson about a very interesting person. We will be reading about Gadge Maharaj. If you have a textbook, please open to page number 81 and point to the words as I read. If you don't have a textbook, please see your TV screen and listen to me carefully. Gadge Maharaj. Gadge Baba was a modern saint. He lived many years ago, but he is still remembered for the great work he did in thousands of places. What did he look like? Silver hair, brown eyes, fair skin, big, tall and stout body. He wrapped a lungi around the waist and wore a torn but clean shirt. A cloth shoe adorned one foot, while the other foot was many times bear. He always carried a bowl and a stick. Because of this bowl or a gadge, people started calling him Gadge Baba or Gadge Maharaj. His real name was Debuji Zingraji Janorkar. Children, who was Gadge Maharaj? Gadge Maharaj was a modern saint. He lived many years ago, but is still very well known for his good deeds. How did Gadge Maharaj look? Gadge Maharaj had silver hair, fair skin, brown eyes. He was tall, big and stout. He wore a lungi and a clean butter-tone shirt. He believed in dressing simply. One of his feet was always bare. In the other foot, he wore a cloth. He always had a stick and a bowl in his hands. It is because of this bowl or gadge that he was named Gadge Baba or Gadge Maharaj. His real name was something else. His real name was Debuji Zingraji Janorkar. He never stayed long in one place. He slept only on a rough blanket and used only his own arm as a pillow. He roamed from village to village, spreading his message of cleanliness, humanity, and the importance of education. He was not bothered by hunger or thirst. What he liked was bhajan, kirtan, and teaching people. Thousands of people flocked to listen to his kirtan. Gadge Maharaj never stayed in one place. He moved from village to village. He would sleep on a rough blanket and used his arm as his pillow. Gadge Maharaj took his message of cleanliness, humanity, and importance of education to every village where he visited. He was not bothered by hunger or thirst. He moved from village to village and liked bhajan, kirtan, and teaching people. People in hundreds flocked to listen to him. His kirtan used to be very lively. He would not simply give lectures. He would often put questions to the audience to keep up their interest. Then he would show them how absurd they were in their words and actions. For example, he would ask, "How many gods are there?" "One." "You worship Khandoba, Masoba, Viroba, and Vetal, and so on. You worship many more, don't you?" "Yes." "Your actions show that you believe that there are a number of gods, and yet you said a little while ago that you worship one god. Were you asleep then?" The audience would be taken by surprise. Then they would listen more attentively to Baba. Gadge Baba loved to give lectures to people, but he would have very lively lectures. He would not only keep speaking, he would ask his audience questions. And because of these questions, the audience also found these discussions very interactive.
Gadge Baba
would ask them questions like, how many gods are there? The audience would reply, one God. Then again
Gadge Baba
ask, if there is one God, then why do you worship so many gods? This would catch the audience attention, and then they would listen to
Gadge Baba
more attentively. Baba would say, you offer things to God in return for his favor, don't you? Yes, we do. And don't you say, God, my child is ill, please make him well. I'll offer you a goat. Yes, we do. And don't you say that if God lets go the two-legged child, you will offer him in return a four-legged animal? Why? Can God who created this world be so cruel? Can he be so greedy? Can he be bribed? No. Do you think killing and eating one of the God's creatures will please him? Will he bless you for that? Then the audience would realize how wrong their thinking was. They would promise to be more thoughtful.
Gadge Baba
Preachings were about cleanliness, humanity, and importance of education.
Gadge Baba
Would ask his audience about their various traditional practices. He would ask them that when your child is unwell, what do? You pray to God and you ask him to cure your child of the illness. In return, you tell God that you will offer an animal to him. Can God be bribed? Would God kill one of its creations to save the other? Then, with these questions, people would realize their mistake and they would tell
Gadge Baba
that from then on they would not continue with such practices. This is how
Gadge Baba
went around villages and educated people about their practices. After the kirtan, people flocked to touch
Gadge Baba
feet. But he wouldn't allow anyone to do that. He didn't like people touching his feet. As soon as the kirtan was over, he sped away, leaving the crowds far behind. Develop good qualities, that's all. There's no point in touching my feet, he said. After the kirtan was over, people would rush towards
Gadge Baba
to touch his feet,
Gadge Baba
would rush away from there. He would tell people, develop good qualities. There is no point in touching my feet. Baba followed one rule to the end of his life. Wherever he went, be it a village, town, or small settlement, he asked for sturdy brooms, spades, and pans. Then he would sweep and clean the whole area. Soon, other people joined him. But he did not wait for that to happen. He started sweeping and cleaning the place himself. And if any bystander tried to bow to Baba while he was busy in this work, that person would get a smack of the broom on the back. You don't do any of this work yourself, and when somebody else tries to do it, You put yourself in the way. Move aside. See how nice and welcoming this village looks when it is clean. Baba took his message of cleanliness wherever he went. Whenever he would visit a town or city or village, he would take brooms, spades and pans. He would start cleaning the place immediately. And if people came and joined him, he would welcome them. But if anyone came to bow down in front of him, Baba would smack them with the broom and say, "You don't clean all this yourself, and when someone is trying to clean it, you come in the way. Move aside." If you visit a holy place in Maharashtra like Pandharpur or Nashik or Dehu or Adandi, you will see the work Gadge Baba did in these places. He himself worked hard, asked for help and built free boarding places, ghats on the rivers and water spouts. For the poor, helpless, disabled and the needy, he started places that offered food free of cost. He built schools, colleges and hostels for children. He saw God in the poor and miserable people. Serving these people was his way of serving God. Gadge Baba did some great work during his lifetime. He built schools and colleges for students. He also built places that offered food free of cost for the needy and the poor. Children, I hope you liked this lesson and liked learning about Gadge Baba and his message of cleanliness, humanity and importance of education. Children, let's do an activity now. In this activity, you will see on your screen different situations. You have to think, how would you react in those situations? Would you like to give this a try? Then come, let's begin. What will you do to keep your school playground clean? You will not throw plastic bags, chip packets on the ground. How can you be kind towards animals? We can play with animals gently. We must not hurt or harm them. If we see any injured animal, we must take help from elders and take care of the injured animal. If you like to play outdoor games, will you ignore your studies? Even if you like to play games, you should always try to divide your playtime and study time equally. Try to finish your homework first and then you can play. There's a new student in your class and no one is playing with him in recess time. He is just alone, sitting in class. What will you do? Will you go to him and invite him to play with your friends? You can invite him to play with your friends and also help him with his studies as he is new in the school. Children, I hope you all liked this activity. Children, I hope you all liked today's session. I would now request you all to please make some time and share the story about Gadge Maharaj with your friends and family. Children, till we meet next time, please take care. Bye bye and stay safe.